the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, welcome. What if the essence of who we are, our thoughts, dreams, and experience is more than just our body? What if it transcends death itself? Today, we journey through time, philosophy, and faith to unravel one of life's greatest mysteries, the soul. The soul is a concept we've all heard of, something we believe every living thing has, from animals, birds, and trees to jinn and humans. But what exactly is the soul? The truth is, we don't know much about it. Our understanding of it is limited, and only a small amount of knowledge has been revealed to us. Abdullah ibn Masud, a companion of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, shares an interesting story. He recounts a moment when a group of Jews asked the Prophet about the soul. The Prophet remained silent, sensing that revelation was descending upon him. When the revelation came, the Prophet recited the verse from Surah Al-Isra. They ask you about the soul. Say, the soul is by the command of my Lord, and you have not been given of knowledge except for a little. This verse makes it clear the true nature of the soul is beyond human comprehension. We don't fully understand it, and perhaps we're not meant to. How were our souls created? According to Allah's words in the Quran, when our souls were brought into existence, they were gathered from the progeny of Adam, peace be upon him. Allah made them testify about themselves, saying, "Am I not your Lord?" And they replied, "Of course, we testify." It is narrated by Abu Hurairah that when Allah created Adam, He extracted all the souls of his descendants, those who would be born until the day of judgment. This took place before the creation of our bodies. Our souls were made aware of Allah's lordship and testified to it before we were even born. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also mentioned an interesting moment where Adam saw one of his descendants, Prophet David, and was told of his lifespan. Adam even requested Allah to add 40 years to David's life. However, when Adam's life ended and the angel of death came to him, he forgot about his request. This forgetfulness isn't unique to Adam alone. It was passed down through generations. As a result, humanity forgot the covenant made before birth. Some individuals, like Dunan al-Misri, remembered this covenant, but for most it faded away over time. In Christianity, the soul is seen as a divine gift breath from God Himself. Adam, the first man. God breathed life into man, forming the soul as a unique gift that separates humans from all other creatures. Christians believe the soul is immortal. After death, it faces judgment, with its final destination either in eternal peace with God or in separation from Him. The soul is also the vessel through which humans connect to the divine, making salvation a central aspect of the soul's journey in Christian belief. In Hinduism, the soul, or Atman, is eternal and is bound by the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, samsara. This cycle continues until the soul achieves moksha, liberation, and reunites with Brahman, the ultimate reality. Here, the soul's journey is a perpetual quest for unity with the divine, transcending the boundaries of one lifetime. The ancient Egyptians viewed the soul as a multifaceted entity consisting of several components. The K represented the vital essence of life. The Ba was the soul's personality that could travel between worlds, and the Ache was the eternal part that joined the divine. For them, death was not an end, but rather the beginning of the soul's journey to eternity. Philosophers like Plato and Aristotle in ancient Greece also theorized about the soul. Plato believed the soul was eternal, pre-existing before birth and continuing after death. He believed it had three parts: the rational, spirited, and appetitive. Aristotle, on the other hand, saw the soul as the form of the body, the thing that gives life to all living beings. Indigenous cultures also have fascinating beliefs about the soul. Among Native American tribes, the soul is deeply connected to the natural world and ancestral spirits. The Hopi people, for example, believed in the Kachinas, spiritual beings that guide the souls of the departed. In Buddhism, however, the concept of a permanent, unchanging soul is rejected. Instead, the Buddha taught the concept of anatta, or no self, emphasizing that the self and soul are illusions created by the mind, leading to suffering. Enlightenment comes through realizing the impermanent nature of existence and breaking free from the cycle of rebirth. In the modern age, science has attempted to explore the soul through experiments. In 1907, Dr. Duncan McDougall hypothesized that the soul might have physical weight, which led him to measure the mass of patients at the moment of death. He reported a small drop in weight, but his findings were met with skepticism. Could the soul, in fact, be measured? This question continues to intrigue both scientists and spiritual seekers alike. Perhaps one of the most compelling pieces of evidence for the existence of the soul comes from near-death experiences. Thousands of people who have clinically died and been revived report similar experiences, floating above their bodies, moving through tunnels of light, and even meeting deceased loved ones. These accounts raise the question: does consciousness continue beyond the body? Could the soul be tied to quantum mechanics? Scientists like Dr. Stuart Hameroff and Sir Roger Penrose have proposed a theory that consciousness might arise from quantum processes in the brain. This theory suggests that the soul may not just be an illusion, but could exist as a form of quantum information embedded in the universe's fabric. Could our consciousness be a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms? The concept of the soul transcends geographical boundaries and religious beliefs. From Native American tribes, who see the soul as part of nature, to Buddhist teachings, which reject a permanent self but acknowledge the journey of consciousness, the soul is a deeply personal yet universal idea. Each culture offers its unique perspective on what it means to be alive, to be conscious, and to have a soul. The journey to understand the soul is a journey through the mysteries of existence itself. While science may never fully explain the spiritual, and faith alone may never prove the scientific, the soul remains a beautiful enigma, a connection between us and the universe. Whether you view it as a divine spark, a cosmic force, or simply a product of our consciousness, the soul's mystery continues to inspire and challenge us. What do you believe? Let us know in the comments below.